All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Back with another day of showing you how I am going to build today's food plan so that I can make sure to hit my caloric and my macronutrient goals, my proteins, carbs, and fats. I do these every single day myself, so I thought why not record them and throw them up on here, maybe help somebody else figure out how to build their food plans as well. I am using an app called My Macros Plus, cost a couple of bucks, well worth it if it helps you stay consistent. Links are going to be in the description down below for you to download yours. If you find this video to be helpful, please hit like on it, maybe even the subscribe. I do these every day. Also, do me a favor, check out my new website. I just launched it, cheapofitness.com. This is where I am spending my time digging through Amazon, looking for discounts, coupon codes, sales, basically anything that'll help you save a few bucks on fitness-specific stuff, supplements, workout equipment, anything fitness related. I'm looking for opportunities to save you money. cheapofitness.com, link in the description below. And let's get started on today's plan. I'm going to move this so that I've got room, and here we go. So, one of the hardest things whenever you're building a food plan, whether it's for a day or whether it's for multiple days in a row, is how it ends. Putting food in from at the beginning of as you're building is easy because you've got a lot of room to work with. You might have 2,500 calories or 3,000 calories. You got a bunch of room, so you can really kind of throw stuff in there, and it's not a big deal at first. It becomes a big deal as you are starting to work your way towards finishing it because your numbers become much more important. This is where you will see I have too much protein or not enough protein. How am I going to fix that? Too much fat, same type of thing. So, a lot of these plans that we're doing as of late are plans that I have already built most of the plans, and then we are finishing them up together. And I'm doing those in this way because I want you to see where the most difficult part of building these plans lies. It's finishing out the plans and making the numbers work once it's all said and done. Figuring out, well, how are we going to approach what we have here? What are these numbers telling us that we need to do and how to handle those? So, for example, this particular plan today, I've already built pretty much this whole plan, and here we are left with 800 calories that I still need to figure out what to do with. And you look at the numbers at the top, my protein, carbs, and my fat. My protein's still really high. So as I am trying to now navigate through the end and finish out my plan, I need to be thinking of protein-specific, protein-high opportunities, right? And I really want to be careful because my carbs are going to start dwindling even more soon. So I want to kind of really concentrate on things that are very, very low carb and high protein. So when I think of that, if I need to use a bunch of protein and I really want to kind of try to stay away from the carbs, I can go with something like eggs or liquid egg whites, especially liquid egg whites has only protein in it, and that's it. But let's try something like this. I'm thinking of maybe a protein cookie, a chocolate chip protein cookie. These are made by, oh no, that's way too much. Never mind, that's highest in carbs than it is anything else. Let's get that out of here immediately. Okay, so let's think of something then maybe like, I mentioned the liquid egg whites. Let's take a look at a couple of eggs, for example. And what are these got in it? Oh, so eggs are interesting because eggs have high protein, a little bit high in fat, which we have to be careful for, but zero carbs. So we have ourselves here a little bit of an opportunity to work our protein and fat down without affecting our carbs. Just so happens I made a bunch of hard-boiled eggs yesterday. So we're going to do this. Let's have 3 hard-boiled eggs today, just kind of throughout the day. And I'm going to put all of these together, and we're going to start knocking these the protein down. Now, my fat's starting to become a little bit of a problem. And again, this goes back to when you're trying to finish your plan, you got to be very careful with the numbers because they will start to squeeze as you work your way towards the end of the plan. The fat is now squeezing you, so I got to be careful. Again, I want to be high protein and minimal carbs, minimal fat. And, something I'm thinking here of whenever I want a lot of protein is, something along the lines of, like, what would I want to do? What's high in protein? Meat, right? So you can think, well, I need to do some sort of a meat option. Well, what about a wrap, right? So a wrap has a little bit of carbs in it, but it should be minimal fat, should be minimal, pretty low on carbs too. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to put in some deli turkey. Let's go down to Prima Della is what it's called. And let's see what this does. Prima Della turkey. A little bit of carbs, a little bit of fat, and this is for 8 ounces. Oh boy, I'm not doing 8 ounces. That's like 2 wraps worth. Let's do this. 4 ounces, way more manageable. 30 grams of protein, 2 carbs, 2 fats. This fits it perfectly what I'm trying to accomplish here. So let's go ahead and add that in, and let's find the wrap itself, which is going to be 30 grams of carbs and 3 grams of fat. And I think oh, that's for 2. Let's switch that. Much more manageable. Where does this put us? Wow, so all of a sudden, my protein and carbs are almost even, and my fat is in a really good position in comparison to those. So getting really close here. And you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of something on that wrap. How about some Greek, non-flavored, non-fat yogurt? 49 grams is too much, but 20 grams isn't. And that's going to be a little bit of protein, not much to work with there. And I got still 427 calories remaining. Let's do something like another bag of protein chips and knock some of this down. Quest, chip, chili, 1 bag. 20 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs and fat, and all of a sudden my numbers are looking real nice after that addition. So 287 calories, which is fine. I just want to be under 300. That's based off of my maximum calorie that I have calculated for myself of 2,700. So as long as it's, I want to be 2,400 to 2,700. So as long as it's less than 300, I'm good. So this plan has worked out really nicely. So let's just go over it real quickly. I have a 3-step process every time I build my plan. Step number 1, put in your daily staples. These are things that you can count on every single day that don't really change. You can just add them in automatically. For me, my staples are my pre and my post workout. Even if I'm not working out, I still add these meals in here. 1, because they get me started on my plan. 2, because I just need the protein. Whey protein in both of these. I don't have to think about it. It's like clockwork. I just put those in there. Step 2, am I craving anything whenever I am building this plan? Is there something I want to add into this plan to make sure that I get it just to keep myself personally satisfied? I did have a craving today, and it was actually my dinner, which was cereal. I woke up wanting cereal today. So I got 2 cups of reduced fat milk and Raisin Nut brand cereal. It's an old man cereal. I'm an old man. We're going to go with it. So the cool thing with that is 943 calories on that meal. It's a single bowl of cereal, but almost 1,000 calories. So got to pay attention to that once you add that in. Step number 3, once you put your cravings in, go to step 3, just build the plan, starting with the first meal of the day that you're going to eat, going to the end. For me, my first meal was lunch. These were a couple of wraps. These were Prima Della turkey wraps. Again, I went with some fat-free cheddar cheese, a little bit of plain Greek yogurt, and a bag of Quest chips there. Of course, my cereal. I had a little bit of room for some snacks today, so I got some beef jerky on there. You can see those 3 eggs I'm going to eat just kind of at some point today. And then I've got the wrap and another bag of protein chips. Not a lot happening there. So what's interesting here is there's not a lot of food here. Well, that's because my cereal ended up taking up 1,000 calories, whereas let's take a look at the lunch. Lunch only took up 600 calories, and that was 2 wraps and a bag of potato chips. So, cereal adds up. A lot of people don't realize how many carbs, how much sugar, how many calories are in standard cereal. So, I used to eat almost a half a box of cereal at a time. I was also ballooning up my weight to almost 270 pounds. So be careful on your cereals for sure. But, once I put that in there, I've got a plan here that looks nice. Again, the hardest part on these plans, in my opinion, is trying to figure out not the beginning of the plan, but how it's going to end. But the flip side of that is how you start it is also going to determine how it ends, right? So you're going to be able to add food in very easily at the beginning of your plans, but it will affect how it goes at the end. And the end is where it's like a real puzzle. If you're doing a puzzle, it's trying to fit those last few pieces in and make them work. And this is very much similar as far as how to build these and trying to actually finish a solid plan and make the numbers work in your favor. So that's how we built it today. Again, the app is called My Macros Plus. Get it on all the app stores. Links in the description down below. Check out my website, cheapofitness.com. Save a few bucks while trying to stay fit. If this was helpful for you, hit like, maybe even the subscribe. I do these videos every single day. Peace out. I got a bunch of eggs I got to eat. See you tomorrow.